Hey guys, just wanted to do a little bit of a mini series, but it's just me walking around, stuff like that. Let's see. Just me walking around. It's just really like most people know both physical and mental reasons. Just going out for a walk. Haven't gone for a walk in a while. I got a lot on my mind. So I'm gonna be content brain right here. Try to revitalize my channel and stuff like that. By the way, I've been streaming on Twitch 7:30 on a week. Did a big I didn't really say this at all for YouTube, but streamed like the whole week, the weekends. Starting to drill now that I see. I don't got my glasses on, but excuse me. It's around 5 Central Time in Nashville. So you see I'm walking here from college. But I don't know how long I'm gonna be in college for, because my grades have been so bad. It's starting to get a little scary, I would say. Came out about it with my grandpa, but I might get dismissed academically. It took me a while to get a response back for for financial aid, so I wasn't able to get my classes in. So that's been tough. Every slot, I haven't checked yet, but I don't know if there's still a balance yet. I need to check that, because I just got the email for getting my financial aid approved. But if it's still a large balance, I'm not too sure what I would do, really. So it's gonna suck. But yeah, it's just me just walking right now. I don't know what to do. It's just kind of float by as it is. I got my glasses off, like I said previously. Don't know how loud it's gonna be, but I'm gonna fix it post record session. But yeah, I've been like I said earlier, I've been doing other content on the side on my Twitch channel. So if you guys ever want to drop by, I'll put it down in the description below. It's also in my I believe it's in my YouTube bio. But yeah, I've just been doing that recently, as of I think like a month and a half ago, around October, stuff like that. But yeah, that's how it is. I didn't bring my gloves over here when I came from my home city. Damn, it's whatever, I guess. Just trying to do my own thing. Just been minding my own business. Maybe that's why I don't know, having some school trouble. I keep to myself too much. But I've learned that it's just most likely to be a thing I would like to change. But each step doesn't come with great discomfort. And that's why us humans are able to push on forward. We always got to be uncomfortable with something we can't do at first initially. Yeah. It reminds me back in when post-pandemic happened. I was really afraid when I was younger to get into social interaction. I had the comfort of being at home. I was so used to that. Made me feel like I couldn't be touched. But now, going back into the public makes me realize that I'm a fool. And the fact that I shouldn't get too arrogant when there's people that are all around you that could beat you up, or I wasn't like spouting like racial like ideology or anything, but I did get a little arrogant. I guess I didn't get too arrogant about that. I just felt like I could be a little bit more edgy when I was younger, because I was like 15. You know, that stage of time when you think of doing something edgy is cool, but no, I think 5 years later, I think I matured a little bit. So, I guess that's why I'm doing a video right now. Just want to talk about stuff. Now that I'm of course growing a little bit from that. It has been a while since I've done a video, a couple years. It's just after my freshman year, I had to go on leave of absence because my GPA was so low. Because I didn't really study in high school, and I hate using that excuse. I said this before on stream, but not a lot of people watch yet. But like, I didn't study when I was younger, and I guess now I'm seeing that effect on myself. I do try my hardest. Well, not my hardest, but I do try hard. Not hard enough like I would like to. I would like to push myself more with more discipline. Take myself up front on when I'm like procrastinating and stuff like that. One thing I've been disciplined about is keeping my calories on track. Stuff like that. So I think that is one big step in progress. Just now, gotta keep it consistent with keeping it slim. Not like I was overweight or anything. I just want to get a little bit more active and fit. I would say, since your 20s is supposed to be your prime years, you know, until you get old. I'm about to be the next old generation, huh? The next couple of years. Dang. You know, I feel like life moves way too fast for me. Like I'm only 20. I only turned 20 back in the summer of July. But people of my age, people of my graduating year, when I'm staying in school or having children and being entrepreneurs. Like, I see this one guy on my that was in my graduating year. It was he's now like a fit body influencer. If you all know what I'm talking about, fit influencer. Selling a course, and yeah, this is how you get slim, and this is how you lose a lot of weight. Guys, secret isn't too hard. It's called discipline. Keep your track your calories, know what your calorie intake is, and just burn more calories than you need. It's not really that hard, really. You say it out loud. I guess my best piece of advice is like, keep things simple. Don't overcomplicate things. Stuff like that. It's not really too hard once you figure it out. If you keep things simple, then you're able to understand it a little bit more easily. I guess that's how it is. Feels so weird just talking to myself, keeping it behind. But you know, I guess I learned to grow a little bit of thick skin in that sense. I wasn't like that when I was younger. Just I used to be a little bit self-conscious about that. But now, like, there's someone right behind me actually, but I don't pay no mind, because I know that most people I meet don't really remember anyway. But if they do remember, it doesn't really affect me. because they're not physically there most of the time. But if they do remember me, I guess it is a talking point that you can bring up anytime once you meet them up. Even though I may not know their name. Let me repeat that. May not know their name. Just had to retalk. But yeah, it's just like, I look odd just having my phone out right in front of me, in front of my chest, speaking into it by myself. You know, I'm glad that in this life wasn't too unfortunate. I know there's other people that have experienced worse than what I have. My suffering isn't all too unique. Like the sayings from the Buddha, your suffering is not unique to your own self. You have to learn a little bit of maturity in that sense. Watched a video on that earlier today about how Buddhism is a little bit mature about death than what Christianity could be. In Christianity, Jesus can resurrect other people, like with Lazarus, but with the Buddha, he doesn't do that. Because dying is just part of life, right? I guess I appreciate that growing up Buddhist with my immigrant family. This self-talk moment, basically. Just, I know that once they pass, you mourn a little bit, you go on with your life. You can't be stuck in the past like that. Yeah, they can be reincarnated back again. Hopefully, if they're good enough people, they can get a sin higher than that, but humans aren't perfect. They've grown up in more, so I highly doubt, but I do hope I do get to meet them once again in their next life. So that's something. You can be a family once more once my life has gone past. It's just a cycle that we get to go on and remember again. So yeah, but you know, I'm spreading my own ideology at this point on stuff like that. You know, before I was talking about that, I was talking about suffering. I am fortunate to have a good group of friends. You know, it took me a while to get some friends in college. I only have like a good couple. I always like to keep my circle small, but I would like to have a little bit more friends. They don't have to be too deep. They could be surface level friends, or people I'm at least could be chatty with. I'm that type of guy to be the shy yapper. Actually yapping right now, because it feels a little bit better talking to myself than talking to someone else. You know how it is. Didn't burn my gloves, like I said. Hands are cold. And hopefully my phone doesn't die. I would usually be listening to music on these walks, but I guess I changed it up for today. I don't know what these guys are doing. Just gonna walk right here. But yeah, it's whatever. Just keep doing my own thing. Keep walking in this cold weather. I forgot what day it is. Around 5 p.m.-ish. I haven't checked my watch. It's December 1st, 2025. That's how it is. Just gonna be walking along now. Stuff like that. Yeah. Things are getting chilly. Bro, I'm just got ran over. Every city likes to claim that their drivers are the worst. It's like, you're not really unique in that sense. Come on, guys, you're not. Things don't really evolve about anyone. It's sure, you may be important in one life, but it doesn't change the fact that other people don't see it. See even that fact. All of the billions of people that live, you're not the most unique one, actually. That's just the bare fact of it. You may like to believe so. It's like when someone says their child is the best, can't honestly hurt a fly. You know that's wrong. You know they're wrong. You know that they're perpetually deceiving themselves in that fact. I believe it's the same way. It's my own way of thinking. I guess I'm, at the end of the semester, I know I might get dismissed one day. I know I could finish college whenever I feel like it. I was thinking for my future plans, I was going to, I'm not going to give up. That's what I want you guys to get out of this. But I want to give up because I might get kicked out of college one time. I can probably get kicked out another couple times. But it doesn't matter. It matters that you're trying your best capabilities, exceeding your own limits. Just want to be a little bit inspirational for y'all, even though I can't be exceeding to my own expectations. But I think with this video, I am going to try a little bit. Finals are coming up next week. I'm going to try to study. There's a couple of assignments I haven't finished, but I have to finish strong for myself. And if I do get dismissed, oh well. Good thing I have backup plans. Always thinking of backup plans when I need to. I guess, something I've been thinking of was, if this does happen, what is my greatest quality in myself? I guess it would be thinking. I think a lot, and I talk a lot when I'm most comfortable. I always think of a backup plan whenever I need to. I could be a little bit jumpy to the gun like I did choosing this university. It would have been wiser to go to a school that is nearby. See, I'm from Kansas City, right? I'm just gonna let it out right here. From Kansas City, I should have went to Solani, whatever you call it, the Massachusetts, Kansas, K-State for, I was originally thinking for aerospace. That's what I was thinking. I had a scholarship for it, but I guess I threw it away for the desire of names. But it doesn't really matter. It just, all that matters is the connections you make, right? Maybe. Nah, I can't be saying that. It's, you can't really regret. But I know that after I'm dismissed, I can get a 2-year degree and transfer it to K-State like I originally wanted to. If I didn't hear it back from this college, from Vanderbilt, even though their football team is not good after I'm back. But it's not all me, it's not all about me, because it isn't. But that doesn't shake how important I am in my own experiences. But yeah, if I do get academically dismissed, I always have a backup plan for that. What I thought of was get an electrician certificate done in the time I'm there, and then eventually enlist, because the only reason why I went to college was to provide for family, to make my grandparents proud, and that fact, to say my grandchildren graduated from college, and no less a big college at that. But I probably chose wrong. That's some negative self-talk, but to counteract that, you need to look into yourself and what's the positives. Like, I met great people when I was here. And by the way, I am not thinking of tendencies to harm myself. So, let you guys know that. I just self-talk and reflect a lot when I'm making these types of walks. These are just what I think in my mind. I tend to be very chatty with myself. I talk a lot to myself. I don't know if that's normal or not, but I'm just saying what comes to the first thing out of my mind and translating it for you guys, basically. But yeah, get an electrician certificate after 2-year college. At least I transfer some of my credits, because what I've heard that GPA doesn't matter in the new school, and I believe that's to be true now. Another thing was, like I said, enlist, have an electrician certificate under my belt, and enlist for the Navy. Not because I'm gay or anything, but because I think it would be a pretty cool opportunity to be on a ship, and a dungeon ship, nevertheless, but like travel, at least have a little bit of lore for whenever I have children of my own. But who knows, I could be 25 and be in my first relationship and whenever. Guess that's another thing I've been afraid about, was I've been obeying my grandparents for so long, since they practically raised me. My dad was working, so I didn't really see him a lot when he was at home, because he's either sleeping or at work, because he too is a college dropout. My mom is a high school dropout, so they've worked hard for what they do. My dad works at a warehouse as of right now, and frankly, I don't want to turn up as like him, living with my parents while being close to 50 at this point. I want to be my own person, how most people want to be. It's just one of my dreams to, homestead, I guess. I think that would be pretty cool. Having my own, like having like a community that we build from the ground up. I think having a little bit of skill trade, trade like skills, trade school skills. That's what I was trying to say. Under my belt and stuff like that. So I think that would be very beneficial for myself and for others that ever need using my skills. You know what I'm talking about? Using my skills. But yeah, it is getting a little bit cold now, but you can't live in discomfort. You can't live in comfort forever. You gotta be a little bit uncomfortable to face whatever's in front of you. A little bit of inspirational quotes, make sure you cite me. But yeah, that's as much of as I wanted to talk to myself about. I don't know if the audio is gonna be too loud from the cars out here, or if I'm talking too loud. I'm definitely gonna, I could remake it. Maybe I won't. I would probably like to have this raw audio footage to let you guys get the impression of me. I would like to be up front more, like to be a little bit more confident. I would like to talk a little bit more, because I am the shy yapper of my friend group. If you don't, I guess I'm always too careful. You can never be too careful who's ever in front of you now, but being by myself, I guess it's not like that. I used to talk to myself a lot in my freshman year, because I didn't really have a lot of friends. I did have a couple, but we never hang out a lot. Maybe because like I'm too respectful of their time, stuff like that. I don't know what it is. I do whatever I feel like helps me out most, but I think that's my biggest flaw. I would say. I may be too shy. Maybe that's why I never had a formative relationship with most people. I always learn how to touch, but I do have a couple of good friends. I always call on the weekends. I wish you guys could hear them in their offensive language sometimes on my Twitch channel, but I know for the better of me to get my channel be safe, probably best not to let you guys hear them. But you know, times are changing now. People are changing their humor a little bit now. And I still find pieces of humor I found when I was younger so funny. Although it may be a little bit offensive, but humor has always grown out of discomfort. That's how it is. But yeah, I don't expect this video to be the defibrillator shock to my channel. I know it's long gone, but I feel like consistency is my best perk. I always make plans to be consistent, even though I don't know what that might be or how that might help out. Fitness is always about consistency, being actively healthy. Well, it's mentally, physically, or wealth attributed. I always got to be consistent. It's just how you be consistent. That's the big game changer right there. I had this video for almost 30 minutes, and I'm halfway done with my walk. I don't want to be holding on my phone too long from this cold, and plus I don't have a lot more to say. I'll probably might make these weekly if y'all actually know if I feel like I enjoy it. So far, this is like more of like a virtual journal more than anything. So yeah, I probably might make one once per week. Hopefully it isn't as cold as today, but at least it's not snowing. I saw a couple of stories on my friend's page back at home in Kansas City that it's like 5 inches, 6 inches of snow over there. I gotta talk a little bit better. I'm sorry. But yeah, something like that. Yeah, awesome. I would like to know my big strengths. I know it's talking and yapping, thinking, but I don't know how well that is in a workplace like that. So yeah, only reason why I want to get a trade in and go to the military, not for a relationship or anything. Although I haven't been in a relationship in ever like that at the age of 20. But you know, it's to secure a job in this current job market. You know, my generation isn't really seeing that work ethic like others see, or like job success that older people might have. You can't expect me to work 20 years in just one place. Humans aren't made to be stationary. We've always been movers. We've always done our own thing that gives us much pleasure. That's the thing with jobs. Jobs are a necessity because you need money, of course. But what happened if it wasn't that? Maybe the only reason why we had jobs because it was something we could be proud of, something we're gonna enjoy. Because you always need a motive in life, don't you? People do jobs to live, but if that's your only purpose of working, then that's not a job. You're a slave. That fact. I think the only reason some people have jobs was to have their family be proud. Like say someone was a pilot, their children can talk about, yeah, my dad's a pilot, it's super cool. That would make you move on, wouldn't it? That's I guess that's like one way to have to think of a job as something to keep people close to you proud. You know, that you don't have to scurry off. I guess another reason to have a job is you just do it for others. Don't do it for yourself. If you always think for yourself, then who's gonna be there for you? You can't be there for yourself, because why would you do that? That sounds such a lonely life. You may be at the top, but you're by yourself, right? They do say money doesn't buy happiness, but you know, that's true. You may be happy with material goods, but if you die, no one's gonna have that after. You're not gonna have that once you pass on, and it's just gonna rot, get dusty, and it's eventually gonna get torn down or seized right after. So, in that short life, I'd rather build a connection with those around me than to get stupid rich by selling my soul for something I didn't care for. Like, making money for myself doesn't seem cool. It doesn't seem nice. It's a piss poor attempt where you're trying to get some type of validity. What's the word? Like, it's all in vain. It's not really like appeasing. It's too surface level. You're thinking like a child. You need to grow a little bit more maturity. Flashing on these material goods doesn't seem worth it in the end. You might get popped one day. No one is able to make use of it. You make use of it by spending it on whatever you want, like a gold chain. That even doesn't carry over in the afterlife. It doesn't carry over in your next life. You're not gonna remember it. So what's the point? That's what I think about. That's how it is. Don't make money if it's just for you. Always have something in mind. Sure, if it's like you need to survive, pay next rent, that's good. That's a necessity. But you don't always have to make it everything about necessity. You need a little bit of want in your life. And that want could be that pride I was talking about. The pride in others that your family may feel for yourself. And if your family doesn't feel prideful for you for being independent and being in this current job market, then they're not family. They don't support you hard enough. Families should always support each other. And that's how it is. But yeah. It is getting cold. Once I get back into the building, I'm gonna warm up, stuff like that. Hopefully for this. And it's start buzzing at me. I think I'm running a piece here. A little bit more than halfway with this walk, so I'll catch you guys next week. I'll listen to some music while I walk and stuff like that. But I think these walks might be beneficial if I talk it out loud. So yeah, see you guys next week.